Hi everyone, it's me again. So about my hair, it's all a mess. I'm growing it out. Okay. Uh, so the people that are watching this might be interested in what the title is, which is called "Have We Found a Possible Cure for Cancer?" Now, I was reading this really interesting article, and it was an assignment in my English class, right, where we annotated and write a page of what we think about it and stuff, and it's just really interesting to me. I'm kind of a nerd with that type of stuff, with like scientific stuff about how cells work and just human body mechanics and stuff like that. It's really interesting. So I had an article here, and if you guys want to ever read more about it, it is called. So the source is from Sarah uh, Knapton. It's Knapton. So it's probably called Napton or something, and it's called The Telegraph. And this was made on January 20, 2020, this year. So it says immune cell that kills most cancers discovered by accident by British scientists. So a new a new uh, a new type of immune cell which kills most cancers have been discovered by accident by British scientists in a funding which could herald I don't know how to say that word, a major breakthrough in treatment. Researchers at Cardiff University were analyzing blood from a bank in Wales looking for immune cells that could fight bacteria when they found an entirely new type of T cell. That new immune cell carries a never before seen receptor which acts like a grappling hook, latching onto most human cancers while ignoring healthy cells. So already, they've already discovered something that could be amazingly, incredibly lot more better than chemotherapy. Because chemotherapy, if you guys don't know, chemotherapy literally eats away cancer cells and also your good cells. So chemotherapy is technically killing you, but it's also trying to kill off the cancer. And the results could be really devastating for chemotherapy. Um, and just already within like the first paragraph, they're explaining how insanely incredible this is. See, where was I? Receptor, which acts like a grappling hook. In laboratory studies, immune cells equipped with new receptor were shown to kill lung, skin, blood, colon, breast, bone, prostate, ovarian, kidney, and cervical cancer. Professor Andrew Sewell, lead, lead author on the study and an expert in T cells from Cardiff University School of Medicine, said it was highly unusual to find a cell that had broad cancer fighting therapies and raised the prospect of a universal therapy. This was a serendipitous. I don't know how to say that word. It's a long word. Finding. Nobody knew this cell existed. Uh, Professor Sewell told the Telegraph, "Our finding raises the prospect of a one-size-fits-all Cancer treatment. A single type of T cell that could be capable of destroying many different types of cancer cells across the population. Previously, nobody believed this could be possible." Asked if it meant that someone in Wales was walking around completely immune to cancer, Professor Sewell said, "Possibly. This immune cell could be quite rare, or it could be that lots of people have this receptor, but for some reason it is not activated. We just don't know yet. Therapies which uh, therapies which engineer immune cells to fight specific types of cancer already exist, but they are currently only useful for some forms of leukemia. They do not work for solid tumors, which account for most cancers, because tumors are like built up of cancer cells. Those treatments, known as CART, I don't know what that stands for, and TCRT therapies, involve talking immune cells from a patient, which are then altered so they can lock onto molecules which sit on the surface of cancer cells. The cells are then grown in huge numbers and injected back into the patient's bloodstream. CAR T therapy is now given for certain forms of leukemia but does not work for solid tumors, the vast majority of cancers. TCR-T therapies can work in some other cancers, but they need to lock onto molecules called HLA, which vary widely in the population. In contrast, the new cell attaches to a molecule on cancer cells called MR1, which does not vary in humans. So of course, they were going to be testing on animals first, right? That's the normal, that's the usual thing that we always do when we find something new that could be very helpful, or if we're to test some type of biological weapon. And it says here how apparently uh, they're using mice, and and the mice has the type of human has the type of like human immune system. So maybe they were super notification. Okay, there we go. So maybe they're like genetically modified to have a human immune system. I'm not sure how that works, but anyways, it means that not only would the treatment work for most cancers, but it could be shared between people, raising the possibility that banks for special immune cells could be created for instant, off the shelf treatment in future. When researchers injected new immune cells into mice bearing human cancer and with human immune system, as I said, they found encouraging cancer clearing results. And they showed that T cells of skin cancer patients, which were modified to express the new receptor, could destroy not only the patient's own cancer cells but also other patients' cancer cells in the laboratory. Professor Sewell said the right people are now interested in developing the potential new therapy and said progress can now move quite fast. The team says human trials on terminally ill patients could begin as early as November if new treatment passes further laboratory safety testing. Professor Oliver Ottman, Cardiff University's head of hematology, whose department delivers CAR-T therapy, said this new type of T cell therapy has enormous potential to overcome current limitations of CRT, which has been struggling to identify suitable and safe targets for more than a few cancer types. Professor Ewan Gallimore of the university's Division of Infection and Immunity and Cancer Immunology, led for the Wales Cancer Research Centre, added, if this transformative new finding holds up, it will lay the foundation for a universal T-cell medicine mitigating against the tremendous costs associated with the identification, generation, and manufacture of personal T cells. This is truly exciting and potential a great step forward for the accessibility of cancer immunotherapy. Commenting on the study, Daniel Davis, professor of immunology at the University of Manchester, said it was an exciting discovery which opened the door to cellular therapies being used for more people. We are in the midst of a medical revolution harnessing the power of the immune system to tackle cancer, but not everyone responds to the current therapies, and there could be harmful side effects. The team have convincingly shown that in a lab dish, this type of immune cell reacts against a range of different cancer cells. We still need to understand exactly how it recognizes and kills cancer cells while not responding to normal, healthy cells. The research was published in journal Nature Immunology. So that's the entire article that I read, and it was just so interesting to me. If if we actually be able to break down what this bacteria is, imagine how many more cancers it will be able to destroy other than just those that were listed off. And those that I listed off are massive. They're massive cases. Or where was it? It was I can't find it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I can't find it. I just missed it. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Lung, skin, blood, colon, breast, bone, prostate, ovarian, kidney, and cervical cancer. Those are big cancers, especially lung cancer. You know, with older generations, they used to smoke and they stopped smoking. That cancer is going to come back to them because of the smoking. And And if this bacteria is known to destroy those type of cancer cells, imagine how much more it could do. And of course, bacteria constantly evolves. Viruses constantly evolve. Of course, viruses are kind of like bacteria. I mean, they don't die. They don't die anyway. So it constantly evolves. So imagine what it can evolve into, what we can make of it. This could be a massive breakthrough for actual cures, for actual for an actual cure for like the mother of diseases. And there have been some uh there have been some theories, and it would make sense if these theories were true, that people have the cure for cancer, but they don't give it out because it makes them so much more money, because most of that charity, if it's not going to the cure finding research, it's going to them, and we donate millions of dollars worth to those charities all the time. So so James, those people are could be making money, and of course that is just a theory, but it wouldn't make sense if it's true. But this is a massive breakthrough to be thinking about, um, and I don't mean to be nerding out about this. I only know as much as I do off of that article. Not anymore. I haven't looked into researching it more or anything. I just know from that article, from that single piece of paper. It but if this is true, imagine the breakthrough that we can make with this. I mean, I've lost a lot of family to cancer. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have lost family to cancer or have family that have cancer. My aunt was recently diagnosed with a level 1 breast cancer, so it's hard. She will live, but the sacrifices are going to be devastating. But with this type of bacteria, we wouldn't have to be worrying about using chemotherapy anymore. We wouldn't have to worry about any of that, about having to go out and get wigs or anything. We with this type of bacteria, and with how advanced our medical technology is, what we do with it, we could all right, let's say not too long in the future, you sat down at a doctor's office and tell you, okay, you're diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. Let me just write you a prescription, and take 2 antibiotics a day. And say, okay. So you go to a pharmacy, simply just get your antibiotics, go home, take them twice a day, you're all good. Now with this type of bacteria, and I'm not getting paid or anything to tell you guys about this. I just wanted to tell you guys about this to give you guys some type of perspective that of what is happening and what we can do with this. You know, I mean, I I mean, with those two simple antibiotics for cancer, that's not too far into the future now of what we can do with this. And I apologize for the audio if I'm echoing or anything like that. This is amazing to me. It's incredible. I mean, cancer runs in my family. We don't have a specific type of cancer, but a lot of my family members have had cancer. My grandfather had colon cancer. My grandmother had lung cancer. Uh, One of my other grandmothers, I can't remember what type of cancer she had, but she did survive from it. Now, of course, unfortunately, she has now passed. But uh, cancer just runs in my family, and my grandfather had stomach cancer, and he was a heavy smoker too. Until like 3 weeks before he passed, he quit. He just he just liked to have him around his pocket. I mean, he just liked the feel of him. I guess I don't know. But cancer just runs in my family, so I won't be surprised if cancer is to hit me. Actually, my little she's she's probably not little anymore. She's probably like probably 9, 10, maybe 11. So my little cousin, which I never met in person, I wish I can. She she's diagnosed, or she was born with cancer in her legs, and it was spreading through her body. It probably still is, and she couldn't really move around. So with this type of bacteria, she can move around. She can do all this. It's I could just keep ranting on all day about this if I wanted to. It's amazing, you know, and I think it's good that Mother Nature is now giving us something good. Yeah, I don't think Mother. I believe, of course, Mother Nature is really, there's trees, there's everything like that. I don't believe she's a specific type of god or anything. It's just I don't know, but it's just amazing. You know, it's amazing how we found this, and with everything else that's just going on in the world. You know, there's the coronavirus. You know, God help anyone that has it, or God help anyone that is grieving for people that passed away from it, and a huge, massive locust problem down in South Africa. You know, Africa is the greatest example for a third world country, especially with starvation, and the locusts are just eating away at everything. You know, and they're just they're just a bother, and just all this crazy stuff. You know, there's politicians going on around and warfare going on, all sorts of stuff, just all sorts of normal global problems. But with this is a massive breakthrough of what we can do, and how we can shape this. It's just massive. You know, and I know I don't really upload much. I apologize for that. I don't really upload much. I don't know why. Probably should upload a lot more. I don't know. Anyways, that's also just what I have to tell you guys. You know, I thank you guys for listening, and um, and I don't own the article or anything. They aren't asking me to make a video about this for you guys or anything like that. I just wanted to give out my opinion and my thoughts about this and how amazing this is. That's all I have. You know, I hope you guys have a good day or a good night, good morning, whenever you guys watch this. Um, just just be happy, you know. Spring's coming around. Thank God the sun's actually out. I don't have to turn on my lights. I could just have that out for natural lighting, which is amazing. But yeah, that's all I have for today. So once this get uploaded, I don't know, but when it does, I hope you guys just have a good day. See you later.